What's up, people? Yes, it is. What is this? Oh, some error message about Microsoft Teams. I don't care. As a matter of fact, my t-shirt says that today. Fun fact, I don't care. You know, I have to show you guys what my message of the day is because it just flavors my whole existence. And today I just don't care about nothing. I'm like, whatever. Whatever y'all want to do, say, be, you just have at it. Just leave me out of it. Okay. Yeah, I got stuck yesterday in Antioch because I have this almost 90-year-old aunt, and excuse me and my cousins rotate in and out, so that she's really never by herself, maybe for 20 minutes or something like that. But my cousin was supposed to come and relieve me for the evening, and then he got stuck at work. Somebody didn't show up, so he had to stay. And so that meant I had to stay. So that's why I had to change the show. Because I was in Antioch. I didn't have I didn't have anything. I didn't even have my tablet, just my phone. So I was like, okay, we'll just move it to tomorrow. It's not even worth all the strife. So you guys ready? Let's get this going and do today's Dusty News Network. Everybody sent in some great slides. So some great content for the slides. So we should have an interesting show and lots of stuff to talk about. As usual, feel free to make your comments about what you see in the chat stream. We're only going on YouTube today. I didn't feel like being extravagant and going on multiple platforms. So it's only on YouTube. So you go in the chat there and you can make your comments if you have some about what you see going across the screen. And remember, as you go through this, we're always looking for more content. So if it's your first time here, you get an idea of the kind of stuff that we do on this show. This is our summer programming. And then maybe you'll come across something that you think will be good and you can send it in. There'll be instructions on how to do that coming up shortly. Be sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the instant notification bell so that you get a constant update, up to the minute update on when and where these shows will appear, because I'm constantly changing them. Okay, so there's one of the slides is showing you information. This is our 6th season. This is the 6th year of doing this. So if you see something that you think is dusty, you just take a screenshot of it with your phone or tablet or whatever, and you email it to survivingdating@gmail.com and make the subject line DNN or Dusty News. They filter into the same folder for the show, so it doesn't matter either one that you prefer. And here we go with the fun. Okay. So some woman's talking about stay away from my man. And this is what her man looks like. But my grandmother used to say, there's a bee for every bonnet. And I never knew what she meant. It's just like, what? Because people have all those weird sayings and you don't know what the hell they talking about 90% of the time. But when I got older, I said, oh, okay. So see, for somebody, this is a handsome devil. I'm not that somebody, but somebody might think that. Okay, Hassan, you need to go back to school.
Hassan says, I hate grapes. They disgust me. Disgust. And then Sabrina X comes back and says, what they be saying. This is what happens when you can't spell or you spell things phonetically. Poor Hassan. She's like, what they be saying? That is too funny. Okay, welcome to the dating pool in 2024. Notice how those packages all say imitation singles. For those of you who are driving and can't see, is a box, 2 boxes, looks like in a grocery store thing, where it's that imitation American cheese, and the cover of the package says imitation singles. That's about right. Because folks don't be single at all, from what I hear. Now, don't ask me. I'm not an expert on these dating apps or the sites because I don't mess with them. I haven't even seen a dating app. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know nothing. I just know that people say you have to swipe if you like the person. You swipe one way, and if it's not, you swipe the other direction. And then I don't know what happens after that. That's all I know. So don't ask me. Okay. And he is right. The Red Taurus. He says, a simple bring me my car text will fuck up a whole lot of niggas' whole day. And he is right. Have you guys ever did that? Okay, when I was young and stupid, I let this boyfriend I was messing around with in college drive my car one day, and I had an interview, not a job interview for me, but an interview I was doing because I was doing an internship. And part of it, I worked for this little community newspaper, this little Black newspaper in Houston. And so they were sending me on an assignment to interview somebody, and I needed my car, right? I had my camera equipment, all stuff. And he just was like not, responding. So I knew where he was. So I went and got a cab, and I went over to the dude's house where he was, and I got in my car and drove my car off. And then way later, I'm already back at home. He come calling me, talking about, babe, oh my God, I went outside to get in your car, and it was gone. Somebody stole your car. I'm like, nobody stole my car. I got my car. And then he just sat there. You got your car and you didn't tell me. I said, if you would have answered the phone when I was calling, you would know the answer to that question. But anyway, we broke up. And I changed the locks on my car too, in case he had made a key. Because, and that was expensive, but it was worth it to me to not have to worry about him driving off with my car without my permission. So I took it to the dealer. I said, change all the locks, rekey the locks. And they did. Yeah. When a parent tells me that their kid is an angel, and look at that side eye, whispers, so was Lucifer. That's true, wasn't it? Wasn't Lucifer the angel that got flung from heaven? I don't know. These people's kids be like demon spawn. I don't understand how a parent could lie and say each child is an angel. Okay, this is Dusty. You're trying to say that Netflix has a dusty element to it. So Netflix need to stop asking if I'm still watching and start asking if I moved the laundry to the dryer yet. That might be true. Because, man, you leave your wet clothes in the dryer, it gets that rank smell. And people had a nerve to be wearing those clothes with that old clothes smell. That's gross. Okay, I was trying to figure out if I should put it on 2 slides, but then, of course, I was lazy and I didn't do it. So I'll read it to you because the typing is very small. And so it says, I see. Yeah, I guess I've never tasted chocolate before. So this is the guy on the left side of the screen and the girl's on the right. And she says, interesting. Well, I hope you have a awesome day. Looking forward to seeing you later. So then he says, okay, we'll do, Maya. Thanks, and look forward to seeing you tonight. Have a good day. So then around 5-something in the evening, he texts her back and says, hey, I'm a bit tired from work today. We might have to go bowling tomorrow, but you can come over tonight and so we can get to know each other, maybe watch a movie if you down, with a smiley face. So she says, oh, I'm good, but thanks for the invite though. Just being so polite and ladylike. And he says, okay, why not though? LOL. And she says, It makes me uncomfortable. And he says, LOL, what's to be uncomfortable about? And then he's asking about how far is wherever she was from wherever he is from her. I guess he's trying to figure out, how if he gonna get over to her place. So right here you see like the dust element of the world, and he's talking about he never tasted chocolate before, so that would lead you to assume that this guy is some other race other than African American, because he's talking about chocolate. The brothers don't be talking about chocolate because there's elements they grew up with. So that's like the clue from the first line that this is a non-black male. But what's he trying to do is connive and coerce and convince her to come over to his place for the first date. Rather than go bowling, he's gonna spend some money, he gonna cancel and try to get her to just come over. So she says she's uncomfortable. I hate that word. I want women to say because you sound like a trifling piece of trash ass food. That's what you sound like. Trying to think somebody gonna come into your house to deliver you some pussy? You out your rabbit ass mind. Fuck out of here. That's what he would have got from me. But she noticed he was just so ladylike and gracious. I don't have that gene. I don't have it. Don't want it. I like being able to just put folks' scalps off and stuff like that with my sharp tongue. But yeah, he was just dusty. So, some people think, well, the Dusty News Network is only about black men. Oh, no, 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 no. Dust is worldwide in all races, colors, and creeds, and it's in both genders. And some people, it's more of an attitude. It's a thought process. It's a way of existing. You see the world through a dusty lens, and everything that you do projects dust. So, yeah, he's Dusty, whatever boy he is. What's up, Aussie Hillbilly? What an interesting name. Therapist, you need to let people in. Well, it's not locked, but look at that shit. Her doorknob is a damn cactus. Who gonna turn that knob to try to get into her baggage carrying little heart? I thought this is an excellent depiction of people that have baggage. They want love more than anything, but to get to it, man, you just have to go through way too many changes, and you go through a lot of pain too. So most people don't wanna be bothered, so they end up very lonely and, isolated. So this young lady, she got a dusty ass father. Well, she says, my dad told me that he takes $3 to $5 out of my stepmom's purse without her knowing every day, hides it under the mattress until he gets $100, and then he tells her, here's $100 to go to the mall. And she's like, LFMAO. And so this other person comes back and says, he got to treat her with her own money. I see the vision. There's no vision. All you see is dust. And it's like, it's embarrassing. She's laughing, but it's like, how embarrassing is that to know that your father's a dust mite? And this is his way of manipulating the stepmother. And you think that's okay? I would tell it. So what my daddy does, you need to check under the mattress. Oh, you were? Ah, that's hilarious. Get this dude here. Mm-mm. Okay, look at her face. Okay, in case you can't read this, it says, my ex was paranoid that one of my guy friends wanted to hook up with me. And when I said, well, I have a say in the matter, he says, well, not really. If he wants to, he will. And look at her expression like, what? So you telling me that you gonna be paranoid and jealous to the point, this is jealousy kind of paranoia that the guy was gonna SA her because that's how much he wanted it. So if he wants it, he's going to. So instead of him addressing this dude and saying, well, if you touch my girl, if you do anything to her that hurts her, me and everybody I know is gonna kick your ass. We all gonna get a piece. And what's left of you will end up in jail. So, but instead he's gonna hit her with this. I'm like, wow. That's why she's looking like that. Like, what kind of fucker are you? And he would be like, "Psh." Well, it is a threat. I mean, he's perceiving the guy as a threat. the guy wanting it that bad, he's projecting that he would, that it would be a threat to her safety. But what I'm saying is, if you are a man and you really feel like some dude that's in your woman's world is a threat to her safety, why are you talking about it and you not talking about it to the dude? Why are you not talking about it to your boys and rolling up on dude and telling him all what he best, how he best keep himself in check? And how you better not hear nothing, you better not see nothing, better not be nothing, because otherwise that's your ass. And that's what I mean. So the way he did it though is like he's putting it all on her, and like because he's saying hook up in and versus what he said at the end are two completely different things. Hook up is her decision, a choice, an option for her, something that she wanted. The last is not. So he went from that to, a violent, a criminal act, basically. So that's why she's looking like that. I'm like, wow, he would be so out of my world. I mean, like that second, that moment. And here's another one with some dusty logic. She says, she all in her wedding dress, some white looking wedding gown looking thing, talking about, I'm getting ready for my wedding photo shoot, knowing that my fiance is cheating and I'm only having a wedding to do a dramatic pause right before I'm supposed to say I do and run away. Can somebody explain to me where that makes sense? Why would you go through all them changes, spend all that money, and have all them people invested in their time, energy, and their money too, buying you gifts and getting outfits for your wedding and whatnot, babysitters and whatnot, for you to pull a movie stunt where you could just walk the fuck away now? That's why I said she got dusty logic. So I was just saying, it's not, the dustiness is not limited to men. This broad right here is dusty as they come. Who even thinks that something like that's a good idea? Sounds stupid. Yeah, she crazy. She was watching the Runaway Bride too many times. Okay, now this young lady here. Okay, I guess she's from Chicago originally. Because she says I recently moved back to Chicago. I'm looking to explore some fun spots, get to know someone kind and laid back and thoughtful. It's totally open to just friends, not FWB. My work life can be demanding, so patience is a virtue. I charge a $50 non-negotiable, fully refundable meetup retainer for black matches. The disrespect and hesitancy to plan a real date has led to this. If you actually show up, I'll Zelle the money right back to you. Right back to you. I make great money, and don't need yours. I just can't waste any more time on send-offs. Is it really that bad, brothers? For real? You don't show up. So, like she invited them to her house. I'm sure they would show up for that because they think it's going to be some booty involved. They'll be there, Johnny on the spot. But to go out, where there'll be like money spent and they have to like dress up and, have manners and they have to have a conversation and put forth effort and be charming and entertaining and stuff. They ain't trying to do all that. Yeah, she's very pretty. She got very like plump little cheeks and, you know, her little complexion is smooth chocolate. And she got bright, pretty eyes and nice teeth and good smile and everything. Well, wherever she is, where the picture's from doesn't really matter because people are going to post whatever picture in their profile that they like. So it could be, it could be anywhere. We don't go by where she is. We go by what it says on the thing. So, because people show all kind of stuff. I mean, if I had a profile, I'd probably show me in Jamaica. And everybody saying, well, she's not in the US, she in Jamaica. So it's still me. It don't matter where I am in the picture. Here go another one. She's stupid. She's like, I did everything for you, and you shit on me. You shit on me. Never let you pay for anything. Put you in a position to win. When I met you, you only had 5 shirts and 2 pairs of pants and 4 pairs of shoes. Now that you get money and motion, you want to forget everything I ever did. Now, why do you think that would happen? I would tell you why, because I've told you women 955 million times to never help a man. There's a video on this channel that outlines why that is and how you shoot yourself in the foot. You cannot have a man who feels like a man with you behind him, babying him, supporting him, and taking the fucking care of him like a kid. He's never going to feel like a man while he's with you. He'll take what you give him, and then as soon as he gets it, he's going to leave you for a woman who lets him, she sees him as a man, as a finished product. So he's going to leave you because you embarrass the fuck out of him. Every time he looks at you, he feels powerless and ashamed of himself. So he's going to leave you, and he's going to go over there to the woman who sees him as, the shit that he is now. That's what he wants. That feeling that I'm the man and this lady sees me as one. And so his little chest is going to puff out everything else. And you sitting up there feeling like, well, I helped him get to where he is. He should be here. No, he don't want to look at your ass. You saw him when he's at his worst. Every time he looks at you, he reminds you when he didn't have shit, didn't have nothing, and then hear you and needed you to help him. How embarrassing do you think that makes him? How embarrassed do you think that makes him feel? And you sitting up there having an attitude thinking that somebody want to be looking at you? You know what I mean? I don't know when women are going to get that. I don't care what you saw your mother and your aunties and your grandmother do. I'm not saying, well, yeah, I am going to say it because they were stupid, don't mean that you have to be. Break the pattern, okay? Shatter the mold of dumbness. You can't, any male that they had around that they was doing all that for, I bet she was a stupid bum-ass motherfucker that didn't do shit. Depended on her to do everything. She up there working 2 jobs while he plays PlayStation and stuff like that. That's the kind of male that you get when you are determined to always step up and help a man be a man. You can't do that. Sit your ass down somewhere. Let him fall on his face and crash and burn. He'll get up, and if he don't, then he can just stay down there till he does. No skin off your back either way. And here we go. Here go another one. Tell Instagram how I bought us a hotel for Valentine's Day. I paid for all your gifts. I had a chef cook for us just for you to leave me in the hotel all night to be with another female. Told me you were running to the store and you never came back. I saw you on another girl and another girl's close friends in her bed. What I want to know is, these chicks must be ballers. I would never spend that kind of money on a man. I mean, even if I was married to him, I still wouldn't spend it. For the chef, hire a chef, I'm the chef of the family. And then, just go in a hotel room and he going to the store. What you need to go to the store for? You ain't going nowhere. What you going to the store for? They have room service. Sit your ass down somewhere. So, I mean, all of that. And then she bought all his gifts and she paid for everything. So what did he contribute to this Valentine's event? Don't sound like nothing. Nothing at all. Because he didn't want to be with her on Valentine's Day. And she didn't get it. So see, and I put these in a row because I needed, the young ladies to see the element of when you be dusty and stupid about a man. Okay, just think of the humiliation that these girls felt. Why would you do that? Why would you treat a grown man like that? How do you think that's going to make him feel when he's not doing shit to contribute and you doing everything? You trying to be the glue that holds the whole relationship together, creating all the romance, being the only one that's dedicated and committed. It's all you doing everything. Essentially, you're in a relationship by yourself because he's not really contributing anything to it. And y'all don't see that. And want to still run around talking about, oh, this is my man, this is my boyfriend. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I would like, if something like this went down, I would expect my man to do this. It wouldn't be me. I mean, I'd get him some little gift or something, but I'm not going to be doing all of this. That's your job. My job is to sit there with my legs crossed and look pretty and enjoy it and then take pictures of it and brag to all my friends about how wonderful you are. That's my job. Your job is to make it happen. So she's doing the most. She, like I said, she's basically in a relationship by herself. She's doing the parts of both partners. Why do women do that? There's a long story there. We'll talk about that on another show. After all the DNN stuff, we'll get back to our regular programming and we'll set up some Sunday sermons. Now, this is the real tea. So Duke be like, okay, what happened to house parties? And each bond baby come back and said, because nobody got a house. Because we talked about this last week, how many people be like hobosexuals trying to find a place to stay. Can I stay with you? Or you notice they slowly move in before you know it, they there all the time and asking for a key and out trying to dictate something or something, just trying. Nope, you can't stay here. It's unbelievable. Yeah, house parties, those used to be fun. Okay, now this gets interesting. Now you have to pick between these 4 brothers. Okay. There's Marcus, who's 28. It says he's a fitness instructor. He has no children. He's super caring, but he's terrible in bed. The other one, what is his name? Deshaun. I can't read this white writing on the gray. It's kind of hard to see, but anyway, he has no children. He owns a club. He's super romantic and he's jealous. He's also big and beefy. Chris is 40. I don't know. I can't read what that says. He's a single dad. And he likes to cook and something. I don't know. And then there's Melvin, who's 42. And Melvin has been in prison for 10 years. But he has he runs a business. He has a mechanic shop. So, he works on cars and stuff. He's making good money. He's great in bed, and I can't read what the top one says. So out of them 4 dudes, which one would you choose? And she said Melvin, and Melvin is the 10-year ex-con that owns a mechanic business. Oh. Isn't this interesting? But women tell me that's pretty much how it is, like online and stuff. It's like, you're not picking like the best of the cream of the crop. You're picking the best of the dregs of society. Which one is the least dusty is pretty much how things have become on the dating pool. That's what I understand. Like, wow, this is really messed up. Yeah, the one with the 2 little girls, I wish I could read what that says though, but single dad something. Oh, I think it says controlling at the bottom. Oh, hell no. Okay, so here it is. Dude looking around, looking hard. Me trying to see where you got the audacity to talk to me like that. Yeah, they all dusty, but it's like, which is the least dusty? And she picked Melvin. Because the one that's jealous and the one that's controlling, those are immediately out. And I don't care what else you got going on. Just those 2 things alone nix you from my world. And then what was the other one? Hold on a second. I got to go back over here. Oh, terrible in bed. So, like if these are really the only 4 that you had to pick from, Melvin would, with his 10 years in prison, would be the clear winner. But again, he would be passed by too, because I'd be like, well, what you been doing in prison for them 2 years? Whose boyfriend or girlfriend was you? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so will you leave me? Nah. Do you love me? Yes, a lot. Have you ever cheated on me? No. Why are you asking that? Will you kiss me every time I get the chance? Will you ever hit me? Are you crazy? Of course not. Can I trust you? He says yes. And he says, darling, now read it all backwards. And this is when I was like, oh no. If you read it backwards, boy, darling, girl, yes. Boy, can I trust you? Girl, are you crazy? Of course not. Look at that. I mean, isn't that interesting how that was? Whoever did this was very creative. I like creative stuff. I was like, oh, look at this shit here. Do you love me? No. Have you ever cheated on me? Yes, a lot. Will you ever hit me every time I get a chance? Okay, it's dusty, but it was creative, I have to say. Okay, look at Malik. Malik looks mean. These kind of dudes scare me. When they had that kind of expression in those eyes like that, they just look like they would flip the fuck out any second. I avoid people with that look in their eyes. They give me the creeps. But let me tell you what, okay, Malik comes up as a lucky pick on whoever's unfortunate dating app this was, okay, out of Detroit. So it says he's in the same groups as you, but doesn't meet all of your preferences. Manage lucky pick. I don't know which dating app gives you a lucky pick. Y'all probably know more about it than me. But dude says that he's looking to bone, period. And he put that in the first line of his profile. You see, I'm not ugly, so don't you be. I got my own shit. Not looking to waste time, so don't waste mine. No transgender or gay. I'll take you as a threat. Don't come over here. Say and know what you want. Feel free to ask questions, but get to the point. I don't like small talk. Keep it in 100. Don't, I think he means don't act like you don't know what to do. I think that's what he meant there. Don't act like you don't know what to do. So he don't even want you, he don't want you to talk to him. He don't want to have no conversation. He just want to get straight down to business. Say what you want. Well, I want you to do this and that. Okay. That's probably about the extent of the conversation he wants to have. Malik, my love, you need to go and hire you somebody and stop trying to come up on free ass. That's what you need to do. You go hire somebody and pay out of pocket for what you want, and then you can get that. But you think you're putting an ad out like somebody just want to be messing around with your ass for free? Like I told y'all, my daddy, I said, the dumbest woman in the world is one that fucks for free. You see these chicks be talking about, I can't pay my rent, but you got some niggas coming over to your house all the time? You call yourself having a man and you can't get to work. Your kids don't have no diapers. All this stuff going on here, and you got these men roaming around and hovering around in your life, and you suffering like that? See, that's when you stupid and you fucking for free. Charge them motherfuckers. Just like this one right here. He need to be charged up the yin yang, trying to dictate some shit. Talking about I'm not ugly. Yes, you are. I don't know who told you that lie. Oh, get out of here. Nobody was selling drugs. You tripping. Let me get rid of you right quick. There you go. See, people start accusing you of all kind of stuff. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Let's go here. So if I said, okay, if I said I love you, would you say it back? Of course. I love you. It back. I'm like, oh my God. But he asked, and that's what the answer, or she asked, whoever it was, that they got the answer that they wanted. Sharkeisha. He got to be over 6'5", have money, a house, 2 cars, and like my 8 kids. So she got standards. Her. But then when they show these kind of things, right? And they show these women, and some of the women do. I mean, this one's obviously not, but some of the times they really do be real people. And the girls, they do have, multiple children by multiple different men. And so you look at them women and you think, okay, dude, what were you smoking or drinking that made you think getting together with that was a good idea? Have you like no standards at all? Because see, for me, like if I was a dude, my standard would be before I jumped around with some woman, would I want that woman to be the mother of my children? Dude, does she have the lineage, the intellect, the health and stuff that I would want anything that came from me to be connected with her like that? Like, in their DNA and whatnot. That would be my standard for judging if I should sleep with a woman or not. It's not going to be what she looks like. I mean, that's of course part of it. You got to be attracted to them. But I mean, like, that whole act is about reproduction. So if you as a dude don't have any standards about where you stick it, then you come up with kids that is cross-eyed and or look like this picture here that have an IQ of about 70, so they stupid as hell. They have all kind of problems and deficiencies and different problems going on that the mother had in her line. And if you had to just taken the time, you could have investigated that. Instead, now you had this kid that's all fucked up, ugly, being raised by an idiot, and you did that to yourself. And plus, they tap in your wallet for 18 years. So, see, I mean, to me, I don't understand what these dudes be thinking. And then they be dropping these kids all over the place, and the kids are just with crazy women raised up in bad environments. They don't stand a chance in hell. They're not getting properly educated. And yet this kid has your DNA, it's part of your family, and you picked this woman to have a kid with. What the hell were you thinking? And I say the same thing with you women. You be letting these men father your kids, and you don't give a second thought about what's going on with these fools. I don't know what y'all be thinking. I am very particular about such matters. Okay, just reminding everybody who may have wandered in, you seeing what kind of stuff we do on this show. This is our summer programming. It's silly, with no real point to it, but we do this every summer just as a break from the very serious topics that we do talk about normally on this show. So there you go. That's how you send in your stuff. If you see something interesting on the web, take a screenshot and just send it on in. Okay. Don't let anybody treat you like free salsa girl, because you are guac, baby. You are guac. I thought that was kind of cute. Because, they do be I don't know about other parts of the country, but here in California, you go to the rest. Now, we grow some avocados right here. But they be coming up with this avocado, with the guacamole, charging you like $5 for a little bin of it and stuff at the restaurant, some of them little dried up chips. So you guac, baby. You cost. You ain't free. Okay, now this is kind of true. I just alluded to this. Of choosing better. The reason why a lot of women can't find their knight in shining armor is because they don't let go of the idiot that's wrapped in aluminum foil. Yep. Everything that shines ain't golden. And you get mesmerized by the way somebody look or his rap. The next thing you know, you stuck with a fool. Nah. So they're like, women be dating like, let's take it slow physically, but take it fast financially. Well, men do it. Let's be dating. Let's take it slow financially and let's take it fast physically. Just match up to somebody who's going at the speed and in the direction that you want, and it's all gravy. What's the problem here? Right? She want money and you want coochie. There's a deal to be made here. I was like, oh my God, this is so me. Because, a couple of weeks ago in the Bay Area, we was having them 100 and 112 degree temperatures. It was like so outrageous. And everybody was like, what the hell is happening here? We don't usually get this hot. But yes, to see that heat made me realize that I ain't built to go to hell. So I got to change my life. Yeah, that heat was that was some real, oof, man, that was just out of control. And notice how he all propped up on the refrigerator. It's this is how guys born after 1990 want to be treated by their women. They want you to be the man. Yeah, see, I know, Ash, huh? I cannot with these guys. It's just they're so effeminate. Just can't do it. And I don't know what kind of bug she got in her house, but this was funny as hell. She's like, hello, professor, and sent the professor a text. I'll be a little late to class today because I'm not sure how late, but I will be there. I have been trying to find a way out of my room for over 20 minutes. There's a very big bug between me and the door, and when I move, it moves. And when it flies, its wings make this awful whirring noise like some vassal of horror. We are locked in a stalemate, and I am at every disadvantage, and I wholeheartedly believe this bug is aware of this. Respectfully, I am in tears. But I understand. I told y'all about my escapade with that flying roach when I first got down to Houston. Them wood roaches. I had never seen no shit like that in California. That was my first time seeing anything like that. And that thing was like, "Come on, you so bad," because I flipped my hand at it when it was trying to fly by me. I tried to, I flipped it away like that and actually touched it a little bit. I felt it on my finger, like, little flick. That thing was like, "Bitch!" And it started coming after me. And it was like a comedy show. My friends were on the floor, on the ground, and I'm waving this thing and I'm running at high speed and hit that corner and stuff. I was trying to get away from that thing, and it was coming after me like a kamikaze pilot. It was not, I so felt this. I felt this down to my core. I was like, because if that thing had been in my room, I probably would just climbed out the window down the fire escape or something. I don't know. I would have done something, but I wouldn't have been trying to cross it. I'll tell you that. Uh-huh. I'm not looking for a relationship, but let's just do everything that a relationship consists of as I continue calling you my friend. And look at her doing all the mental math calculations and stuff. But that's how these dudes will do you. Even though, like I've always keep telling y'all, saying, well, I'm his girlfriend. Well, that really doesn't mean anything, but I mean, in the real world, it doesn't mean anything, but it seems to mean something to y'all. So whatever. But, if he just gonna be introducing you to everybody as his friend, and you also have friends. This was what I used to always tell dudes that, try to run that game. It's like, okay, I mean, we can be friends, but just understand that there's parameters around that because you want to be a friend. I have rules for my friends, and you're gonna get treated just like I treat my female friends. And they be sitting there just blinking because they're like trying to figure what that means. I said, so you don't want to know what that means? Well, yeah, I do, but I'm just kind of thinking about it. I said, well, I don't think about it. I just tell you. That means I don't kiss my female friends. I'm not kissing you. I don't hold my female friends' hands. I'm not holding yours. I don't sleep with my female friends. I'm not sleeping with you. When we go out someplace and stuff, we don't take turns paying because that's what we do, or we each pay our own way. We take turns driving. I just rattle and we talk about men because that's what we do. We talk about the men we're dating and screwing and all this kind of stuff, and we compare notes and laugh at them and all the stuff. We talk about that kind of stuff. So you down for that? Because that's gonna be our friendship. Well, they get to stuttering because they don't want that. They want special treatment. They don't want to be treated like a friend, but they just want to put you on, hold you hostage off to the side somewhere. Oh no, nigga, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So Yasmin says she got called the N-word by a patient for the first time today and had to remind herself that the lady's on her deathbed. You know me, my famous line. I would have to lean in and say, look, you old bitch. Be sure to head to the light when it starts shining. Don't linger. Go to the light and check up on out of here. Old bag of bones, dried up crunchy bitch. And then I would have just had to lean back and be like tucking her in and saying, oh, have a nice rest. I know I'm evil. I don't care. I know. Now, dude is trying to regulate on what women have for their personal use, their personal, toy collection. It's fine if it's your thing, but there's no way on God's green earth your collection should look like a CIA interrogator's workbench. If she buys it and she wants it and she the only one using it, she can have it look any way she wants to. It's not your business. It's not your concern. Get you some business and stay the hell out of hers. See, these clowns always got a fucking opinion about something. Didn't nobody ask you what it shouldn't look like? Yeah, it should look like that. Because, she can get more variety out of that than she could ever get from you. Okay, just keep that in mind. You a one-trick pony. I'm just like, ooh, these dudes kill me with their fucking opinions, like somebody cares what they think. So, so dude says rooftop smokes and a pool sesh. And she comes back and says, well, how about you go on the rooftop and jump? Oh, okay. Just a tad bit savage there. I agree, Ash. Plus, it doesn't judge. It doesn't say anything. And it lasts as long as the batteries do. And if you had it kind of plugs in, it's good forever. So he says, he comes back and says, okay, now just to understand clearly, notice the time difference too. He didn't respond right away. It's 30 minutes later. Just to understand clearly, your response to hanging out is, why don't you K yourself? That should tell you, dude, how little she values you. And no, she doesn't want to go to the rooftop to have smokes and a pool session with your dusty ass. That's what that's telling you. She would rather that you go to the rooftop and jump off than be in a pool or smoking anything with you. That's what she's saying to you. Okay. I know she is a straight savage. I was like, damn, tell us what you really think. And Brittany exposed, okay, Dust. This dude's Dusty. She said, this clown basically brought his girlfriend lunch at work. And I said, oh, and then he handed her card back. Dusty. Can you imagine? Yep, nothing to see here, nothing to get envious about. She buying her own lunch. He was just a messenger. He was the door dasher. So dude comes back and says, equal rights should mean women pay to get in nightclubs too. LMAO, he says. So Grace has to break it down for him what the real politics is behind women getting into clubs for free. When women go for free, it's because it helps clubs make more sales. We are really literally being used as objects to sell a product. Any quote female privilege that men complain about on the internet still stems from us being seen as objects. And basically that's part of the game. This guy that used to run a club in Houston told me, he let all the women in for free. And they used to give you like dollar drinks too. So, the ladies be packed up in there getting these dollar margaritas, so you get like 3 or 4 of them dollar margaritas. And so, you tipsy now, you a little tipsy. They weren't strong, so it wasn't like you're gonna get flat out drunk because your stomach would explode from having too much liquid before that would ever happen. So say from like, I don't know, 6 to 9, the women could get in for free and they would have like a happy hour spread of just women. And you get your dollar margaritas. Okay, well at 9, they would open the door. They put the food away because men ain't getting no food. You should have ate before you came. And then they let the men in. The men have to pay. Well, now you got a bar full of women who are happy, full, and slightly tipsy, right? So the brothers come in, and that's the setup. So they start, well, would you like another drink? Oh, yeah, this and that, right? And you want to dance with me? So, yeah, they're like, yeah, because they already happy. So they get out there, they just dancing and doing their little twerk thing and just doing the most. And so the guys are happy. The club is happy because it makes money. That little cheap shit they put out there for the dollar margaritas and the little buffet and stuff, that's like a loss leader. They make that back probably when the first 50 dudes come back. Probably not even that many come in and play that cover charge. And then, the club is packed with men the rest of the night, having a good time with all the half toasty women. So that's the principle of women getting in to nightclubs for free. But men don't see it that way. They don't see it's a benefit to them that the club owners do that, and why it's the psychology of why they do it. So he wants women to pay too. If women have to pay too, we don't need to go. We don't need to go. And if we go, then we're gonna be like a lot more stringent about who we talk to and who we dance with, because we gonna have to be buying our own drinks. And we're not gonna lose control like the girls with having $4 or $5 margaritas might. That guy was smart, I have to tell you. His club was always pumped, always jumping, always. Okay. Can somebody explain to me? Nowadays, women have got a lot of freedom and power. Where? Men are the ones being discriminated against. Where? This is reverse sexism. Where? Where did they do that at? I'm sure she's being sarcastic. But see, this all I got sent was the first slide. Notice up there it says 2 of 5. So there's more to this story. So I don't know what the rest of the story was, what the other slide said, but I wish whoever sent this in had sent in all 5 of them. That would be helpful. But we only have this one, so we only have part of the story. So this dude comes up and he's like, well, I don't date women my age because y'all already stuck in your ways. I need me a 21 to 24-year-old up and comer who can help run my kingdom, he says. And so she comes along, 7-fig nig, and just says, quote, I want to groom young women because women my age won't allow me to manipulate them. Say it with your chest now. That's right, girl. Just call him out on his bullshit because that is all it is. 21 to 24-year-olds are stupid. We see this every week in my advice column. And they be 18 to 21 is one group, 22 to 27. And those are the 22 to 27, I say, is 80% of who writes to this advice column for 30 years, that age group. They have the most problems with boundaries, self-respect, confidence, self-esteem, and choosing wisely, standing up for themselves. It's like those themes come up over and over and over again in that age group. And so if you have young girls that have those types of problems, running into an older man who thinks he's going to, help him develop somebody to help him run his kingdom, he's already telling you that he knows that you dumb. So I tell these young girls, don't be messing with these old dudes. That you ain't ready. You don't even have the mental faculties. You don't have the skill set to deal with their asses. Leave them alone. And it's even worse when you see the 18 and 19-year-olds messing around with some dude like 30 and stuff like that. Oh my God, if I was your mother, I would put you on the nearest thing smoking to some deserted island where you had no cell service because you need to be away from that man. Because you stupid. You need time to grow up and get an understanding for what's happening in the world for real. Yeah, they're easier to manipulate because they don't know nothing yet. They have no real skills. I mean, they may have some little Mickey Mouse boyfriend and stuff, but they don't have like skills to deal with a man. They don't have it. And these older guys know that. So they just mess over them. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so dude just want everybody to know, after I got my vaccine, my man thing grew 3 inches. Positive disinformation, pound, positive disinformation. So I don't know what to say. My man thing grew 3 inches. So that's going to make everybody run out and get that vaccine. All the men's is. Now, here we go with some true, honest to God wisdom for every dust mite out there to think about this, because this is some real shit right here. The best time for a man to protect his kids is before they even conceived. Choose their mother wisely. Protect your seed. I say this all the time. I said this some slides back. That's the best thing you can do. Consider every woman that you lay up with to be could possibly be the mother of your child. Why would you leave that decision to chance? Because half these bras are crazy. And even if you're not married to them, then they're going to have your kid around a bunch of different men and this is going to be like victimizing them and stuff like that. No, because they're stupid. They're dumb. They don't have any sense. And they still want to run the streets and stuff. You don't have kids and leave the kids with anybody. So, dudes, really, stop being so free and easy with your thing and your stuff. Watch yourself. Don't be running up in every broad just because you think she's cute or she offers. That's how you motherfuckers get burned, and not just burned physically, but burned financially too and emotionally, because then you get involved with an idiot and her idiot family. So, this right here, this is some shit. I'm telling you, they should put this on the wall at every high school and middle school and college too, because these young boys, they just think with their wiener. They don't think about the long-term repercussions and the consequences of making stupid ass choices in the moment. Just dumb. Yeah, so now, well, I don't know, he might be more like 5 or 6, Ash. Don't be so mean. And she wanna know, she has a very valid question. I would like to know the answer to this too. Do you all date Dusties? So she's like, "Well, why do y'all date," and I must replace men with Dusties. "Why y'all date Dusties who don't take you out on dates, they don't take you out to dinner, they don't buy you flowers, they don't write you poems, and just because gifts, nothing. So no effort ever." And I just have one question for you. Why? Why? Why do you women allow yourself to call yourself being in a relationship with a man who treats you like that? Do you really not value yourself? See, like I said, in this advice column, which I've been doing for 30, almost 35 years now, believe it or not, because it was 1992. Yeah, yeah. Okay, why would a woman in the 18 to 27 age group, which is the age group where you start looking around, dating, and wanting to pick a partner and all that stuff, you would choose a man who does not treat you with this kind of respect and doesn't honor you? Why would you give him your time, your energy, and your body? Why would you do that? And when you start asking young girls this kind of stuff, they just blink at you because they're like, well, nobody ever told me that. I just wanted to have a boyfriend. But why? And what kind of boyfriend would you have that you that don't do shit for you? He never thinks about you. He's only walking around with his dick in his hand and trying to talk about what services you gonna give him. What do you get out of this situation? Because half of them might even good and bad, so you ain't even getting no action there either. So what is the point of these relationships with these clowns? And they just be looking at you. They just they don't have an answer because nobody ever asked them. So mothers, grandmothers, and big sisters, get your younger sisters, your daughters, your granddaughters, and start asking them these questions and training them on how to pick a man and what not and who to not let in their life, who to not give the time of day to because he's not good enough. And there's no problem with letting him know he's not good enough. And he should know he's not good enough, but he's still gonna try to come up on some tail anyway. But it's like, no, you can't get nothing here because you don't measure up. You ain't my speed, you ain't my style. You ain't offering me shit. You just got some weird conversation. You don't even want to have that. You want to text me to death. So, it's just all in all, it's not worth it. I don't understand it. You should be spending that time then instead of chasing around after some dude and cleaning up after him and stuff like you his goddamn mama. You should be going after some advanced degrees, traveling, getting yourself some experiences like this fun and get your education up so you can get your paycheck up later. That's what you should be doing with your time instead of chasing motherfuckers. That's what you should be doing. I don't know what you might be right, cookie face girl. I just really don't know. Cause I be looking at the parents and like, well, what are you telling your girls that makes them think that this shit is okay and acceptable? And then, sometimes it's the mothers. I mean, the girls are modeling after their mothers who pick losers and bums. So, but, I try to do everything I can on this channel to turn that around and to raise the consciousness and elevate these girls' minds. It's like, yeah, well, you may have come from that, but because they're dumb, that don't mean you have to be. Because they settle for anything, that doesn't mean that you have to. Because they have no standards, doesn't mean that you have to go along with their choices. You can do better. You can break the mold. And that's what I try to get them to understand. Okay, those of you who have toddlers, understand this. And look at that. How they put that on there. It's like that looks like a diaper with a huge load in it. I was rolling. It's like, did you poop? No. Toddler. Diaper be hanging down to the ground. It's so heavy. And they just insisted they didn't do anything. It's too funny. Yeah, we'll probably have to talk about that too, cookie face girl. Why do they feel they don't deserve it? That's the part that drives me crazy. Why? Who told you that you don't? Okay, if you enjoying this show and you see the kind of stuff that we put up, just remember, screenshot it, email it, survivingdating@gmail.com, and make the subject line DNN or Dusty News. And I think now we're moving on to our Savage Award winners, and there's a lot of them this time because there were so many, semi-savage. I mean, well, the savage runner-ups or whatever you want to call them, and then we have, I don't know, I think 2 of the grand prize winner savage ones. But yeah, there was a lot of these. I don't remember how many. Okay, look at this dust mite. Look at this dusty fool right here. She's like, karma can actually skip you and go to your kids. And he says, as long as it skips me. Oh, he's so fucking dusty. Can you imagine? I don't care if my kids get my karma, as long as I don't get it. I'm like, wow, dude, for real? That's the best you can do. But I did think it was funny. It's like, long as it skips me. Okay. This guy, he looks like a cartoon character. He says, y'all ever look at old pictures of yourself and think, damn, people really let me walk around like that. Then you look in the mirror and think, damn, it's happening again. I'm screaming. Oh. Yeah, them old pictures, man. People with them, what they used to call them, it's like in the 60s, they had the conch. They used to call it a conch, where their hair was like molded to look like like Eddie Munster. They had and looked like that. And then they left that style and then they went to the afros and everything. Yeah, history repeat itself. That's the bottom line there. You're right. Look at dude looking like James Brown about the head. When she asked for $40, but you accidentally cash app her $400, and now her phone going straight to voicemail. Cause she like, thank you, baby. And she on about her business. Oh, I was rolling. And this dude said, I just unplugged my Wi-Fi box and I heard the fuck from across the street. You must have your shit locked up with a security code. That is too funny. I change my Wi-Fi password every like 90 days just on the strength of because I just want to. Just in case. I just do that. And I don't think anybody's using or anything. But just in case they are, because they're a super hacker or something. I change that shit on the regular. Joy points pointing out a very important fact here, just like the people that say they can't throw house parties because ain't nobody got no house. The dudes that say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife says men with no house. They're also not trying to wife nobody up either, so I don't even know why they would say that. It's like, boy, sit down somewhere and shut up. Don't even say that. And this one was just super savage. When you show up picking your new girl to the boys and they say, well, as long as you happy, bro. Ain't nobody saying, oh, your girl is fine. Oh my God. As long as you happy, bro. That's how you know your girl is hurt. There's something going on. Too hilarious. Look at his face. Okay. And this one. This is one of those ones that makes you go, Because, judging by the date of the birth, especially alleged birth of, when people celebrate Christmas and all, that's supposed to be somebody's birthday. That's a Capricorn. And she's pointing out, I still think it's funny that you believe a Capricorn died for your sins. And I just was like, wow, she's right. Because, yeah, they don't have a reputation for being the most generous, thoughtful, and considerate individuals. The most giving, empathetic, all those sympathetic. They not known for those traits. So she has a point. She has a point. Think on it. And this one, Savage, is like, you think sleeping alone sucks. Try sleeping next to an unemployed motherfucker that snores like they just got off work. Well, they had a hard day playing video games and eating up all the food. That was tiring. You should have some sympathy. Shoot, everybody can't do that, and they need rest, need a nap and stuff. Okay. Oh God, I keep saying I'm gonna fix that, and I keep forgetting every week. Okay, so now we're down to the end of the show with the two grand prize winners for the most savage, voted by me and Candace, which you may disagree, of course, because that's fine too. But here we go. This from Snoop Dogg. He say, "What's up with y'all naming your kids designer names and y'all on Section 8? Name that little nigga Wicked Welfare." Okay, Snoop. Yeah, they be naming kids like, I don't know, what was the name it used to be? I don't know, like, naming their kids, oh, Porsche. From like after the car, Mercedes, like after the car, and you know, after these designer jewelry brands and stuff like that, Fabergé and whatnot. It's like, get out of here with that, broke ass. And then this one is the number one winner. This was so freaking cold. So this dude says, "I'm 59 and I just found this amongst my mother's books and stuff." It says, and the title of the book is "My Child Stupid?" and dude Daryl comes and hits him back hard saying, "Well, it took you 50 years to find it." So I'm like, damn, Daryl, Daryl, you cut dude some slack. So yeah, it took him 50 years to find the book. Is my child stupid? So obviously you are. 50 years worth. Oh, okay. My goodness. That is it for tonight's show. And just remember, if you liked what you saw, want to submit something in to see your thing fly across the screen, this is where you send it to survivingdating@gmail.com. Make the subject line DNN or Dusty News. Just take a screenshot of whatever grand and wonderful things you see with your phone and send it on in. So we'll be here. I think I should be able to do Wednesday again for the advice show again. And also somebody asked, if you guys haven't already, be sure to take a look at this video here. That's the thumbnail. It was done last week, I think, so it's pretty, new on the list. And it's a shampoo bar giveaway. So all you have to do is submit your name, address, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, name and address for the giveaway, and then if your name is picked, you will get one of these lovely little bars sent to your house in the mail. Somebody asked me, is it only for people in the US? And I didn't really think about that part, but I'm thinking, since I'm paying for this out of my pocket, if you want to, contribute to the postage, I'll certainly, we already got the product, so there's no cost there, but you would definitely have to pay the postage. You want me to send it to Canada, the UK, Korea, or some shit like that, you're gonna have to pay the postage. But I'll provide the product. So you just, enter and then just let me know. We'll reach out and coordinate postage costs, and then you can cash app it to me, and then I'll send you your bar. We can definitely do that. So I don't want to, feel like people feel like they're limited, but I'm not paying for no overseas postage. I'm not gonna do that. So there you go. That's the answer to that question. And I hope everybody enjoyed their Dusty News Network this Saturday evening. We will be back on Wednesday with the Relationship Advice Show. If you have a question that you'd like to submit, you go to, where do you go to? Hold on a second. I have that written down somewhere. How you submit a question. Do I? I don't know where I put it though. Well, anyway, if you submit a question, you do it by going on to debsterism.com. You'll see it at the bottom of the screen there, and you'll see a tab that says Get Advice. Just click that and fill out the form and submit your question for consideration in an upcoming broadcast. We do usually about 25 questions a week. So there's plenty of opportunity for your question to be included and for you to get one of my savage answers. I'm always, the answers are always thorough, but a lot of times it's not necessarily what people want to hear, I can tell. So if you have sensitive feelings, it's probably best that you not write to me. If you're looking for kindness and gentleness and all that stuff, you ain't in the wrong spot. But if you need somebody to tell it to you straight, to help you keep from fucking up, messing yourself over, keeping backing folks up off of you, I will definitely help you with that. That is where I shine. But yeah, you want somebody to hold your hand and pat you up and stuff. I ain't that person. You need to write to Dear Abby or somebody for that shit. That ain't me. But anyway, I will see y'all on Wednesday, okay? Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.